near the flat cannon, there is a nose of an airplane coming your direction.
Patrolling and trying to catch me. What the fuck?
Hey guys, welcome back to the Bros Films channel, and as you know, the new Wings of Duty update was released. It added a few new planes, the A6M2 Premium and the KI-43 Oscar Premium, and also it did add a new game mode I like to call Conquest on New Guinea. So it is like a conquest game mode where you go around capturing different bases and eventually taking over the whole New Guinea. They also added a 40mm cannon and also changed some game rules. But for now, we'll be talking about the KI-43 Oscar Premium. If you want to see more about the update, go check out my live stream on it. It is pretty cool if you want to see what it's all about, but I'll make a separate video on that later. But right now, the KI-43 Oscar does get 3 different skins along with the new damage model. You had the skin I just showed you there, and then you also have this tropical skin, which is pretty cool. This is the most expensive skin you can get for like 2,000 XP or something like that. And then my personal favorite is actually the standard Japanese camo. It just reminds me of the snow and like a Russian camo. So I like this one a lot, so I prefer to use this one over the others. However, you probably would have a tactical advantage with the other skins, especially on realistic mode. So before we get started with this premium review, I want to go ahead and just show you the new 40mm flat cannon because I did manage to grab some pretty good footage of this. So I might as well just put it in here instead of saving it for later because I know you guys are really excited to see the 40mm flat cannon. So the 40mm flat cannon is usable for all players, whether you've spent money in the game or not. It is a free thing that you can use, which is really nice of the devs. I actually thought it would cost gold and stuff, but it actually doesn't, which is pretty cool. So right there, the plane I just shot down managed to ram me. The debris got to me, and so I am underground now, and it's pretty cool because I'm like in a bunker now, so he can't hit me, but I can hit him. So I'm going to go ahead and take some shots at this P-47. Now P-47s are probably the most feared thing when you're in the flat cannon because these things are tanks. They can easily take you out, especially on a strafing run. However, because I was underground, he wasn't able to get me. Maybe he would have been with an escort, or I meant with rockets, but I don't know. So anyways, we're just taking some shots at these guys, and as you can see, there's a little bit of bugs going on where there's 2 aim dots and stuff, and me falling through the floor and whatever, but those stuff will be fixed later on. But anyways, we're just taking shots at this guy, and he's going to climb up right here, and what's cool about the flat cannon is that you don't even have to hit him, you just have to get it near enough to him to where it does a little bit of damage, and you won't even see me blow him up. Actually, he gets shot out in a pretty interesting way. So right there, one of the flak rounds blew off his tail, his back end of his rudder or something like that, and because of that he's going to go into a spin right here, and as you can see in the kill cam, he's looking like he's going down from that because he's missing his tail and half of his elevator, so it's going to cause an immediate spin and a stall, and he's going to head and just crash into the ground right there. So that was pretty cool flat gameplay, and now let's get back on with the review for the Oscar. So because the New Guinea map is a little bit glitchy right now, I decided to hop in Pearl Harbor Historic game mode so that I would be able to spawn in and not have to worry about glitching out and stuff. So anyways, we have ourselves a P-40 down here, and because the Oscar is a really weak plane, it can be really tricky to get kills and stuff. You can upgrade it to 12.7mm ammunition, but even then it's still really hard to get kills. The fire rate is quite slow compared to other planes, and you just don't get enough guns to do significant damage against the American planes. You're also really slow. This is like the second most slowest plane on the Japanese side. So you'll be being BNZ'd by even slow American planes such as the P-40, P-40C, and F-4F. So you got to be careful with that. And I think the biggest fear for the Oscar is probably going to be P-39s because one 37mm will easily tear this thing up. So you got to be really careful because the P-39s can actually turn with this thing. And I'm not saying that they're better turners. It's just they might be able to land themselves an angle on you, and just that one angle would be enough to take you out. So after chasing down this P-40 for some time, he decides to turn around and return some fire. My comrade over there is going to go ahead and just ram straight into him, doing a kamikaze. And honestly, that wasn't the worst idea. I mean, I've actually done the same, and you'll see me do a lot of it because it is really tough with these low-class planes to be able to fight P-40s and some other planes. I mean, it's not impossible, but once they start BNZing you, it gets really tough. However, less experienced pilots might be easier prey. So some physical differences in the Oscar Premium against the Oscar is that the Oscar Premium does have a more simple inside, and it's a lot more easier to use in realistic mode. It doesn't have all those stuff in your way, and it's also feels like you have more room in the cockpit, whereas the other Oscar felt like you're crunched up in there and it's harder to look out the window, and especially track targets. So this would be better for realistic mode if you're playing in first person or something like that. But in historic mode, doesn't really make that much of a difference, besides that you do get a pretty cool skin, and it does add more content to the game. So if you're looking for a good Japanese plane or something like that, I'd recommend getting one of the premiums, or just get the A6M3 if you have that much gold, or even a KI61. But the premiums are pretty fun to have, and I do recommend them just for the new damage model. Sometimes it can make it really hard to kill you, and sometimes it can make it really easy, just depending on how shots land. So it's just a lot cooler plane to have. It just feels more realistic. So right there, you just witnessed me being strafed by a Corsair. And as you can see, everything's messed up on my plane. My wings are severely hit, and half of my elevator just disappeared on me. I'm gonna go ahead and just dodge that guy right there, the P40. And just looking underneath, you can tell that my plane's pretty much wrecked, but it's still running just fine. Except maybe climbing would be a little bit tougher because of the elevator, and I probably will lose a little bit of speed because of that. But either way, this is still pretty amazing that I'm still alive somehow, especially with no armor. But anyways, I'm fighting in an Oscar against Hellcats, Corsairs, and that kind of stuff. So it gets really tricky. So I decided that I might as well just kamikaze instead of trying to actually dogfight with them, because you can't. It's gonna be really tough to win unless they decide to turn fight you for so long or something like that. And sometimes they would, and I'd be able to get a kill, or sometimes I just risk the head-on-head to go for that kamikaze, or hopefully shoot them out and then just be able to pull out of the debris. What I've noticed, I don't know if it's always been like this or if it's just because of lag or something, but when I was on the New Guinea map, sometimes I'd shoot down a plane and I'd actually run into the debris and it'd actually kill me or knock off a wing or something. So that's something to look out for, flying into debris now. I don't know if it's something's changed about it or if it's just been me. But yeah, as you can see right here, I am being outsped by these guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up and show you guys just how I dogfight with it, I guess. So while I'm chasing down those high tier planes, I see a Corsair right behind me. So I'm going to go ahead and turn into it and hopefully get a kamikaze off. But he's going to go ahead and evade that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn right into him. But because he's so much faster, he's able just to get out of the danger zone just like that. And at this range, it's going to be nearly impossible to hit him. And even if I do, the chances that the bullet will bounce it quite high. And there's a P40 behind me. And because the P40 can turn pretty well, he was able to take out my wing. And I go down like that. So for the record, I do end up getting killed a lot, and that's because of kamikaze and stuff like that. It is very hard to dogfight higher tier planes in this Oscar, especially in historic mode. So one thing that I would recommend is probably using this plane in arcade mode. I think it's more of an arcade plane rather than a historic plane, because it's nearly impossible to dogfight with it. You need that tier balancing system to really save your butt here. Unless you're an extremely good pilot and can dodge 50 cows on a head-on-head while landing your own 50 cows at 6 times their rate, it's not really gonna, you're not really gonna expect to do much damage. Anyways, guys, you're probably tired of hearing me talk, so let's just get straight into some kind of kill montage or kamikaze montage. I don't know. Let's just get straight into it. guys, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new. And also, we do plan to bring back Unturned for those of you who really loved Unturned. I know a lot of you were excited about the Unturned video coming out and everything. So we do plan to bring it back with live streaming and more videos and stuff. Also, I'll be making a new series on the channel called Dogfight Versus, where I compare 2 different planes and see how they compete against each other and which one's superior. So I hope you guys are excited for that. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time on the Broswim's channel. This is G Knight from the Broswim's channel, signing off. If you guys enjoyed this video, go make sure to check out these. Check out the Unturned story and find out what really happened in Unturned. It's the newest theory out there that Alex came up with, so it's pretty cool. I do recommend it. And if you see any other videos on our channel that you like, feel free to check them out and let me know what you think. And that's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you later.